Hello, darlings. How are you? I have been guided to jump on and do a support recording now in support of downloading the what you might call superhuman consciousness, or we might call it the superhuman, or we might call it the new Earth human. But their templating, their circuitry, their functionality is very different from the old Earth functionalities of the human, the 3D human, and the 5D human. There's lots of different ways people talk about this. There's lots of different verbiage and terminology. So, whatever resonates with you and whatever words you use is perfect. So, how I work and who I am is my name is Kimberly Fleur, and I am a well, when I ask God, how do I introduce myself? He says, you're a new earth placeholder. So I'm a new earth placeholder. I'm holding a certain place. And at the moment, I have stabilized and paused my own evolution journey. I'm somewhat done, completed, and now I'm just helping others to get to where their personal point of evolution is. And that requires new biology, new circuitry, new electrical systems. We are electrical beings. We have an electromagnetic field, and it's a very, electric universe. And we download these new frequencies into the cells, into the molecules, so that we have new energies to work from. And these new energies are what create a better preferred reality for us. So we are conscious creators, and this helps us to come into our remembrance, our power, our awakening of who we are and what we are truly here for. Because a lot of people are very confused about their purpose and why they're here. And they're the sorts of people that I seem to attract, and that's beautiful. So how this works is I'm going to talk to God in the moment, and I'm going to see what we're going to do. I haven't got a plan. I haven't made notes. I've just been guided to come online and press record, and God would guide me from there. How this works as well, and it's important for you to know this, is it's not just God guiding me to do a random broadcast. It's not like that. What actually happens is God starts to, it's very mathematical. God starts to tune into this present moment all the way into the future, and locates and finds and sees every human that's going to come and see this and meet me in this now moment and witness this and watch this video. And each of these people, so it doesn't matter what day, what year it is, each of these people create a collective consciousness field. And then from that collective consciousness field, God gathers data, and he finds out what everyone has in common, what their highest priority is in regards to their commonalities. And then he creates a unlocking circuitry activation around that commonality. So I don't know what that is yet, and God hasn't done the math with that yet because I haven't tuned in yet. But that's what's going to happen. So just so you know, this is personal. If you are here, then God has taken you into account, and this will match you specifically. So first things first is let's drop in. What is required is that you come into stillness and presence. The best way to do that is to use your breath with your eyes closed, and using your posture to hold your channel. Engaging your channel helps to bring your chakras into alignment. Asking God to be present, be here, be the healer, be the builder, be the reestablisher, be the awakener. asking everyone's chakras, all thousands of them, to hold in the 0 point field. Maharia Toshtaria Tokoria. Ena, ena, ena. Ena, ena, ena. Miaro koria, ria koria, ria koria, eado koria. Miaka, miaka, miaka. Miaka, miaka, miaka. Miaka, miaka, miaka. Beautiful. You are there. Asking God what would be the most profound priority to assist this human collective with bringing their circuitry online. It's a truth activation, he says. It's a truth in regards to seeing vision and staying focused in the directionality of where they are going and eliminating distractions and influence. So placing this intention into the space, truth activation, Maharia Toshtea Tokoria, Iadokoria, Iadokoria, Iadokoria. And God's just essentially like creating the mathematical equations here, collecting all the data. Beautiful. Okay, so the first point that I'm seeing in your collective body is in the throat. And God is asking you a question. So this is for you to answer in your sacred heart. And the question is, why do you keep abandoning your inner child? So finding your own answer. When you get your own answer, God asks you now to see it in truth, asking to see it through the eyes of God, asking to see how your inner child is you, is not separate from you. Beautiful. I can see it starting to unlock in the field. God is simply asking if you choose to switch this program over now, you just say yes in your heart, choosing to let go of the old program and bring online the new program as you saw it through the eyes of God. And this is creating a flushing out the dormancy here, bringing online truth of true nature, coding circuitry as your sacred heart recognizes it in truth and only in the one truth that you be. There's a accountability circuitry coding activation over the mouth. That is like a ripple effect of what is starting to activate. This circuitry is going into this accountability where you can, it's decoding Maharia Toshtia Tokoria, Iadokoria, 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 the antennas functionality of where you were projecting and not being able to see what was yours and what was other. Maharia Toshtia Tokoria, Maharia Tokoria, Iadokoria, Iadokoria, Iadokoria. So decoding all of that so you can see the accountability aspects and pieces that you are responsible for. Beautiful. That goes down and starts activating in the base. Yana, yana, yana. Yana, yana, yana. The question is, what does the masculine in his 20s refuse to acknowledge about himself as a man? And there might be one or two things for you there. Some people have two, some people have one. What does your masculine in his 20s refuse to acknowledge about his masculinity? Ah, yeah, beautiful. I can see some people unlocking it. For me, I can hear a pretty common theme answer. You might have your own answers here, but one that I hear is he still wants his mother to take care of him, and he doesn't want to grow up, doesn't want to be the provider, and not too okay about that. So if you weren't sure what you got, maybe that can help you. Trust your own answers. So God's essentially asking, do you still want this to be a formatting in your body? If no, clearing, cleansing, purifying that, dissolving that and the residue it's created. I feel like it's coded into the saliva. So decoding, dismantling, deconstructing the coding and the structure of this through the saliva. Okay, there's 3 circuitry points in the solar plexus of the masculine. In fact, sorry, there's 2 in the solar plexus, 1 in the heart that's ready to unlock, awaken, and come online now. Maharia Tushtia Tokoria, Iadokoria, Iadokoria, Iadokoria. Iana, Iana, Iana. Iana, Iana, Iana. Taking 3 deep breaths, the body's just recalibrating. Maharia Tushtia Tokoria, Iara, Iara, Iara. Iara, Iara, Iara. Iara, 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 Huyana, Iana, 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 stabilizing, finding the center point, finding the center point, finding the center point, holding your channel strong and upright, deep breaths, deep breaths, deep breaths. Brain is recalibrating. Just staying strong, because otherwise you can get dizzy. Staying strong, staying strong. I mean like strong pillar, not tight body. Beautiful. Okay, yeah, the masculine channels recoding, that's why. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so the next activation point, it's heart, then solar plexus, solar plexus. So just going into the heart, and you can, is this personal, God? No, it's a collective activation in the heart. Okay. So feeling, you can use your own interpretation. Sometimes we can be reading the same thing, but from different octaves. So there's a awakening point, an unlocking point, a gift, unlocking in the heart. Going into that, feeling what yours is. Okay, beautiful. My interpretation was true resonance field, recognition of creator self. So there we go, unlocking that in your heart, allowing this true resonance, remembrance, awakening of true creator, of masculine creator in the physical, mental realms, allowing this to unlock, come online in the heart. Maharia Tushtia Tukoria Iana, 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 Iana. It's recoding as that I, Aria Tukoria, Maha Iaruku Iana, Iara, Iara, Iara. Iara, 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 stabilizing, stabilizing, stabilizing. Maharia tushtia tuku iana, 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 iana. The body's asking for big breaths here. Oya, 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 oya. Flushing out cerebral fluid in the spine, I'm hearing. Iana, iana, iana. Opening crown. Iara, iara, iara. Iara, iara, iara. Good. Okay, beautiful. All right, solar plexus is ready. Okay, let me just see what this is. I'm not sure if it is ready. No, it's not ready. Okay. Okay, what has the little boy, so the masculine inner child at age 7, what has he been told about the dangerousness of being a man? Where is he like afraid of his masculine power? What is his story around this? Some of you have 2 or 3. So just feeling into if you have 1, 2, or 3 of these stories. Perceptions is a clearer word. So I'm hearing you'll have your own, trust your own. I'm just going to add in some examples here in case some people aren't sure or are struggling. I hear the words, it's not okay to use force. So if you would like to clear that, clearing, cleansing, purifying that, no longer iarokoria, 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 maharia tushia tokoria, miarokoria, iarokoria, iarokoria. Dissolving that formatting through the field. I'm hearing it's not okay to touch girls. If you'd like to clear, cleanse, purify that. And it's distorted formatting, in that it's created this like wrongness. To take the lead, to lead a female, with certainty, from the heart, disconnecting heart leadership, and masculinity in its providership, strength, and that directive. Miyata, miyata, miyata. Clearing that. Beautiful. Okay, solar plexus is ready to unlock now. So tuning into your solar plexus and feeling there's like a little circuitry light trying to pulsate and burst through with intelligence codes. Maha iaroko iana iarokoria iarokoria iarokoria. Feeling what that feels like for you. Mahiana iana 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 iana. Yeah. My interpretation of that is not being afraid to be seen, standing in my strength. Knowledge and power. Miyata, miyata, miyata. So as your sacred heart recognizes that through his or her own recognition of the one authentic truth that you be, allowing it to come online. Maharia tushtia tukoria, iarokoria, iarokoria. Iana, iana, iana. Iana, iana, iana. Iaroko, iaroko, iaroko. Iaroko, 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 mahania tukoria, iatukoria, iatukoria, iarakaria tukoria, miarkoria. Big breath here, mahania tukoria, miarkoria, miarkoria. Beautiful, balancing left, right. And there's a question coming through now for your healed, awakening, masculine, that he has to say out loud to and through the Holy Trinity, meaning to the feminine and the child. They need to hear him say this and witness him say this. What is he awakening to that he is now excited to embody and be? He wasn't excited to be this before. Now he's excited to embody and be this characteristic, this quality of masculine. Feeling what that word is for you. Some of you will have 2 words. Feeling what yours are, yours will be perfect and right for you. Some of the common ones I'm hearing in the work in the field are leader and provider and stabilizer. So allowing that recalibration with the feminine and the child witnessing that, they can start to shift out of where they were in that themselves, because the masculine is taking on that role, balancing the Holy Trinity and updating this. within your personal fields. Maharia toshtea tokoria, iedokoria, 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 iedokoria. Beautiful. Okay, so now there's a connection point between hips, base, solar plexus. Whew. What is the story you're telling yourself about why you have to wait? Is what God is asking you to sit with. What is the story about waiting? Why do you feel you have to wait? Some of you have three stories. Channeling what yours are. So it will be, I have to wait because da 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 da. And it feels like everyone's going to have quite different answers here. There's not commonalities, there's lots of different answers in the field. So whatever is personal and right for you, trusting that. As you start to witness these stories, if you don't want to keep them and hold them as formatting in your body, clearing, cleansing, purifying them through your own personal choice, sovereign free will. Iaroko, iaroko, iaroko. Beautiful. Okay, there's a stabilization available. Stabilization formatting, download point available. Right on the top of the root chakra. What requires it to unlock is a question about your masculine. What is your masculine ready to claim and stand strong? There's a few different answers in the field. One of the ones I can hear is vitality. Another one is truth. Another one is knowing his power. And whatever you get, trust your answer. So as your sacred heart recognizes your answer as the truth for who you be and the one authentic spark that you be, allowing that activation point, stabilization field to come online. Maharia toshtia tokoria, iedokoria, iedokoria, iedokoria. Beautiful. Beautiful, amazing. Okay, that's rebalancing the shoulders. And shoulder blades, back of the spine, feeling like some people might need to have a bit of a stretch in the upper back. So feeling if your body is asking that of you. Yeah, wow, I really feel that. Posture around the neck might need to have a little shift here. Hoo-wee. That's creating a new Maharia Tushtea Tokoria Iedokoria Iedokoria Maharia Tushtea Tokoria Iedokoria. Consciousness evolution through the spine is the words that I'm getting, and I'm just seeing the spine, like ladder of the spine, receive new electricity, essentially. Okay, beautiful. Okay, I'm just checking. Just checking. Beautiful. God is saying there is a capacity point reached right now, and the body's ready to recalibrate. So we're just going to ask to the body to start integrating all of this new energy. Maharia toshteria tokoria, miadokoria, miadokoria, miadokoria. Everything that can instantaneously be integrated, we ask that it be done so. Maharia toshteria tokoria, tiekoria, tira tokoria. Iana, Iana, Iana. Updating the Holy Trinity. Iara, Iara, Iara. Maharia Tusteria Tokoria. Updating the balance point between the ears. Maharia Tusteria Tokoria, Tekoria, Tekoria. Flushing, reassessing, and auditing the red blood cell memory and what has been carried through from the father line, decoding any archetypes in the father line that are no longer of resonance. Maharia, Tusteria, Tokoria, Tekoria, Tekoria through the red blood cell, flushing that. Neurology is updating. Maharia, Tusteria, Tokoria, Iedokoria, Iedokoria, Iedokoria. Okay. Big breath. Reset, reset, reset. Okay, God asks you to acknowledge for your own clarity and cognitive awareness now. What is now available for you in your daily life? And there might be 1, 2, or 3 things for you to acknowledge here. One of the ones that I'm hearing is vitality and chi reserves restored. So new energy, optimization or functioning, I'm hearing. I'm hearing that you need to hydrate after this because there's new electricity in the body. Water is extra, 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 extra important. I know everyone says that, but when we do like circuitry work, that's new electricity, right? So you really need the water really supports the movement of all of that coming online. So you can feel very dehydrated at the end of the day. You can even get a headache if you don't drink a lot of water after this. Another one that I'm hearing is there's like not as much fear to create your own creations and hold that uniqueness. And you'll get your own ones, but there's quite a few there. I can see that there's like less stickiness with being affected by other people's comments of you. Maharia Tushtaria Tokoria Edokoria Edokoria, a willingness to lead, be the leader and be the leader of children and of the feminine. So, you know, women, you have masculine too. So this is for you. Maharia Tushtaria Tokoria, not just men. Maharia Tushtaria Tokoria Tikoria. Beautiful. It's finished recalibrating. It just does that as we talk. As we talk, it just starts to weave. Beautiful. It is done. It is done. It is done. When you are ready, you can open your eyes. Have a beautiful day. My darlings, have a beautiful, beautiful day.